Well, hello. We are gonna try this again. I don't know what's been I don't know what's happening. Hello! Welcome on back. Yo, thank you for bearing with me with the, traditional Niche Fighter Monday technical difficulties. I'm not entirely sure what about my setup was latching on to my CPU and saying, no more of this. Hopefully the reboot fixes this. But let's try, let's try this. As we're waiting for folks to file back in, let's kick off Niche Fighter Monday.
Here you go!
Niche Fighter Monday! Hello everyone, thank you for joining me here on Niche Fighter Monday.
Digital basement.
Welcome to the digital yeah! The voice of Mohas Gridlock. Alright. It is time. It is time for some mega knockdown, my friends. That's right. Mega knockdown. Like we've been talking about this. This game has gone through many iterations. King of Germa 98, that's right. So, I gotta say, the stuff that has been worked on in this game, I mean, not only have we got all this brand new beautiful character art, right? But like the UI is being overhauled. We could enter the Paul Zone. I don't know if I'm quite ready for the Paul Zone. Oh, look, I got my arcade clear with the Mighty Grappler. All right, so maybe it would be best to move into another character. So, who do we want to see? Yo, this is the Lewis update, isn't it? We just had an update drop for MKD. Are you ever ready? No one's ever ready for the Paul Zone. Hey, we got the DeGray color? You know, we were just talking about some Fantasy Strike. All right. So, for those who are not familiar, this is a turn-based fighting game. I mean, simultaneously turn-based, right? So you can see here, we've got our characters. We have a move and an action. That is what you input. We are on a timer, so there will be an auto move forward or right, it'll automatically choose nothing for your input. But you can take a moment, you can go over your move list, right? So we got ABC, throw and a guard button, and you can combine these with jumps and moving forward or forward, backward, or staying in neutral. Characters have passive abilities, so man, there's a lot of cool stuff, and you can get really down into the nitty gritty of the interactions. Okay, so I have a slide. You take chip from normal attacks. So, oops. Dang it. I didn't mean to go back there. Klein, you gotta bounce. That's cool, man. Happy 2 years. Yo, thank you. Niche Fighter Fete too soon? It's gonna have to happen. It is only a matter of time. All right. So the evasive brawler. Ooh, okay. Could not get away. Oh, straight punish. Nick's got the anti-air. So yeah, you can see there. I'm like, jump attacks. If you land a hit, it'll lead to a full combo. So right, if you like land a clean, normal anti-air into a little combo. And then you have your special attacks. And so yeah, for Lewis here, it is the Degray slash... Oh, what is the name of that Guilty Gear character? Guys, why am I forgetting? Hive Mind, I need an assist. The Guilty Gear character with the dandy step. How do I know the move name, but I can't remember this character's name? Yo, what's up, Safety Man? He slays. Slayer. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my god. Oh, damn. Counter hit. Knockdown. Yeah, just get the anti-air. All right. Short dog, very opinionated. Aw, this is actually one of D Hamster's dogs, isn't it? All right, we're gonna dandy step. Look, and I love it. So yeah, you can see the squares on the background. You can see the kind of hitboxes that things take, and great like visual indicators for when something gets blocked, right? Showing you how plus or minus you are, right? Very minus, and then Marv has the reach. You can zone Marv with Pile Bunker? Oh god. Do it. That is hilarious, Grav. And then when they walk forward, you can slide. Oh, that's good. Yeah, get up, try the slide. Back up, Pile Bunker. Oh, punish. Damn, I should have just backed up again. Long range only. Oh, that's good though. Oh, hit me with the low. Oh yeah, see, two, there you go, there you go. Oh, time up, right? Yeah, so that's good. Oh, this is fun. All right. Stay blocking. Yeah, get the combo. Get it. Oh, okay. Big punish. Yeah. Well, not big punish, but a sweep. So yeah, if you're what? I guess it's 3 squares away. No, 4 squares away. Oh, but that doesn't work. Okay. That's still not bad though. Step into it. Yo, look at that. Look at that whiffed air throw animation. Freaking beautiful. Right? So, and this is the kind of stuff that I'm saying, right? Like when I first saw this game, it was Germa art and no real UI to speak of. And now, like, it's great. It is just like, it looks like a fighting game in a way that like it deserves, and like I don't know, it's starting to look it's looking the way it deserves to look. That's the way that I feel about it. Haven't brought up frame data all day. Look, we all know a Lewis, all right? Everyone knows a Lewis. Yeah, 3 squares away is the sweet spot, or 4 depending on how you count. Yeah. Anti-air, good, good. Sweet. Yep. Try the now? Oh, I should be going for jump attacks. There you go. Yes. Dude, Billy is so good. No! Oh no. I should have gone Pile Bunker. Pile Bunker would have worked on that last one. Damn it. Yeah, and I can't step far enough away. There you go. Billy is the worst, is Lewis's worst matchup? Interesting. All right. Yo, what is up? Is Lewis a degree function? Correct. We got Pile Bunker. We got an upper. Oh, right, armor. Dang, whiffed. Whiff punish, yes. Pile bunker? No. I'm gonna get gribbled. No, I'm done. Yeah, I like, we even got the De Grey color palette, which makes me very happy. Can I just say that I think it's amazing that, like, there has been a crossover from the Fantasy Strike community into the Mega Knockdown community, right? And there is, like, definitely a bit of lineage of design from Fantasy Strike and the Serlin games into Mega Knockdown, right? But yeah, having like some like what Sente is a Mega Knockdown player, and they were top 8 in the first Fantasy Strike tournament at Frosty Fausting. Ooh, I do love this too. So this is, I don't know how long ago this was added, the little tip master guy here in the corner, where when you lose, they give you a little bit of either encouragement or advice about gameplay. Definitely appreciating that. Okay, we got that. Damn it. Try it again. No, got anti-aired. Ah, armor. Okay. Okay. We got it. We got around. All right. Boo. Yes, Sensei Bob. That was about 3 months ago now. Okay, okay. Yeah, he's going to play a larger part in some of the upcoming updates. Awesome. Yep, okay, okay. Step in medium. Neutral jump medium. All right, let me take advantage. Back up, medium kick, with punish. Nice, we got it, we got it, we got it. Okay, okay. Once I got them into the corner there, I was a little bit more comfortable. But yeah, I was struggling a little. Yeah, that is the way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Get them there and then backstep with punish kind of thing. Yeah. That is an absolutely terrible quote. Oh no, I got anti-aired. All right. Gotcha. Also on easy and normal, you do get a hint of what the AI is gonna do. True, true, yeah, right? You can look down there and see their move. That's a good point. I actually have not even been looking at that. Oh, like, nice. And there's the little count-up time on the action bar when you're about to time out your option. Get the knockdown. Ooh. With punish, let's go. Looking for Stemmy the Stem Dog. Send me a postcard. Whatever could it mean? Oh. Nice. I really do. I love it. All of this. All of these additions are so good. Alan, it's bad that you don't even remember drawing some of these sprites. I was just gonna ask you, what are some of your favorites? Like, what were some of the things that, like, you managed to do with these characters that you love? Like, for Lewis in particular, like, if you had to pick one or two of your frames or poses. Damn, got gribbled. You can't walk or jump during the punish phase. Good things to know.
Knockdown.
The air throw whiff. I do quite enjoy it. Whoop! Right? So yeah, he was negative, so I had a full punish opportunity. Right, or sorry, I had the advantage, so I managed to counter hit him. Punish states are a thing that are currently in flux. Interesting. All of the throw whiffs give you a chance to be funny with the characters. I do love that. Do the jump and block animation. Stemmy's in Sweden. Of course, Stemmy the Stem Dog's in Sweden. All right. The new king! Coronator tweet. All right, good for Stemmy.
Fight.
So good. I love that. Yo, big counter. We are striving, friends. Instant transmission, right? Aw. Strife mode. Ooh, we got Tex. Damn, chip out. Right, right, and Lewis takes extra chip. Damn, counter hit. No, not for you. Not for you, Noelle. I do love her design though, eh? Big counter message joke was part of the FGC pop culture, right? It's, yeah, for fucking real. You actually did base the effect off the old DBZ instant transmission animation. That is phenomenal. I love having, like, knowing those, that those references are there. We can always kind of assume as players that, like, yeah, that is a thing, but I love hearing the confirmation. Yo, 8 p.m. on Friday. Okay. Ooh, yes, and we will eventually see this mysterious gentleman here in the cowboy hat, right? I'll see you soon, Stemmy. That's beautiful, man. All he wants is his Doge. That's all we really want. Don't we just want? Or I do. I would love to be able to pet my Doge. Are you kidding me? Yes, Graph, that's absolutely it, right? That it does. It moves from this meme reference fight simulator to Mega Knockdown, right? I genuinely love seeing this game get its due, right? And yeah, just be able to have its identity, right? Aw, Mohas. You and me both. My girl. Thank you for the quinoa love, friends. I appreciate it. Shoutouts to pets. And let me just say, if you got them, please give them a hug for me today. That would make me very happy. Thank you. Alrighty. I'm curious. Do I actually have... I have to have some replays, right? I have not played online in far too long. Oh, yo. I had the pleasure of being able to face Fete. And I do love seeing this, right? Where the games just now play out in real time. It is a... Okay, this game gets a lot of comparisons to... I just dedicated to the jump-ins, didn't I? Oh my god, I didn't think he was going to change. Or I didn't think he was going to stay the same. This game gets a lot of comparisons to Yomi Hustle, though. And some of them are definitely justified, right? Things like the idea of having the replays play through in full time, but it's kind of like an inverse. Like, Yomi Hustle and Mega Knockdown are almost inverted in many ways, like, in terms of how they approach the same idea. But, like, this whole... Oh. Oh, we may have... Hey, good. So long as I didn't freeze. Oh, yeah. So it might just, it might just desync on an older replay. Right? Yeah, it's a card game more than Yomi Hustle. Absolutely, Mohas. That's a good way to describe it. But like this replay, this is what I'm experiencing in my head when I play the game. Even with the pauses to think, even with the right, like there's a little bit of delay in the immediacy of the inputs, right? Of the resolution. But especially when you really get into some matches, like this is like it just feels like you're playing real time. It does not feel like it is a you submit your move kind of thing, right? All right. But yeah, man, Mega Knockdown. So yeah, here we are, friends, celebrating 2 years since Alan and D Hamster were able to get together and start working on this lovely visual overhaul of the game. And I mean, I think it's amazing because, like, for me, I am a fan of the Germa, honestly. I do enjoy. I think it's adorable. Love the new art as well, right? So, but it's great because the germ is not gone. It's still in there. It's still in there. If you want some green screen fun, you still have it. Oh, did the tutorial get some updates as well? Here we go. We learned the basics, now go prove ourselves in tournament. Right? So yeah, this takes you through it. Each turn, this is a turn-based game. Each turn, players lock in a movement, action, and a combat action, and then those actions will play out. Players' choices are visible at the bottom of the screen.
Nice.
You have to clear your tutorial data to see all of the Uncle Sensei interactions. Oh, really? Interesting. All right. I guess I just have to do that in... Reset Sensei tips. Yeah, it's one of the spots Sensei Bob will show up. I mean, that's honestly super cool. And a bit of a, I don't know if this was intentional, but like he has a bit of a Midori from Phantasy Strike vibe. I really don't know if that was intentional or not, but right, skip forward in some of these.
Nice.
I like it. I like it. And yeah, and you can still see some of the, I guess, residual, I guess, like some of the lingering bits of older art from the game that has not quite been, you know, fully implemented. Oh shit, I am not even, yeah, here we go. Right? So like very clearly, like all of this has been completely revamped, right? Right, like all of this menu stuff has been revamped. But then some of the UI isn't quite right, like hasn't been completely done, I don't think. Redneck Gookin is who you were going for. I mean, okay, I can kind of see that. I can kind of see that. But yeah, this is like 2 years of very hard work from two very talented artists, and I love seeing this. I love seeing this come together. So, yo, I haven't done the proper shill, have I? Yo. Go play Mega Knockdown, everyone. It is available on Steam. How much? $13 Canadian, right? It is 13 Canadian dollars for this lovely game. That is a perfectly cromulent price. And that stuff goes quite a ways to supporting developers and making more of this awesome stuff. Excuse me. So go everyone. While we're gonna take a little bit of a break, I'm gonna grab myself a new drink. We're gonna come back. We're gonna take another crack at an arcade mode run. while we wait for David Hamilton, D-Hamster, developer of Mega Knockdown, to be available. And we're going to chat with them a little closer to 4 o'clock, 3:45, I believe they'll be around. And we're going to go over some of the history of Mega Knockdown and what's going on in the present, maybe a little bit of the future as well. So I'm excited for that. But for right now, we're going to take a little bit of a break. Grab yourselves a drink, take a little stretch break, take care of your backs. We're old folks now, friends. And I'll be back in just a couple minutes with more Mega Knockdown. Hello, everybody. Welcome on back. Welcome on back to the Digital Basement. We're hanging out. It is Niche Fighter Monday, and today we're celebrating Mega Knockdown. So we got some lovely tunes in the background, which YouTube has reminded me that now I'm not able to monetize my videos because of it. But that doesn't matter, because my YouTube videos aren't monetized anyways, so y'all can just go watch this shit as you please, because really, shouldn't that be how it is? But I will say, outside of obviously just being here and being amazing and supporting me, you can also consider joining the Patreon. We got the Patreon there. It is full of other stuff, exclusive videos, early access, a magazine that I'm working on called Okizine. So you can check it all out there, and that's probably the best way to support me. But also, don't forget to spend your Bezos bucks. Those Twitch Prime subs, otherwise those bits, they just sit in Amazon's bank account collecting interest. So make sure some amazing artist on Twitch is getting those subs and getting those bits, because Jeff Bezos sure as shit doesn't deserve it. So adopt an indie today is basically what I'm saying. All right, we're gonna roll back into some training mode here. We're gonna be talking with D Hamster, developer of Mega Knockdown, in a little bit. But until then, I'm curious to know... Oh, well, I'm curious to know, do you all want to see the Paul Zone?
You just stepped into the Paul Zone!
You can't predict AI actions. The AI plays to win. Oh, man. All right. Let's take a look at Mahogany Marv. Oh, that's a punish. What are my specials? Forward B, the long protruding poke. Neutral A, anti-air. Jump A, gravity spike. Attack while hopping backwards. Jump C, special delivery. Right, what is that? Right. Throw in, throw in Marv himself. We are officially in the Paul Zone, and I am concerned. Playing to win concerns me. Dang it. Whiff punish. Yeah, no grab for you.
Knockdown. Fight.
They're for real. But yeah, so you can see here, right? These are like you want to see like the different stages of progress through the art. And Alan, if you're still around, I would love to get your take on this, right? But some of these are very much, right, early sketch. Others are the proper line art, and then you can see the full colored version here as well, right? But yeah, what is it like for you going through that process, and like even what kind of, like, how long does it take? I'm curious.
Knockdown. Fight.
Nah, got anti-aired. Block. Okay, let's go. Throw the... Yeah, all right. At least got me in a little. That's better. All right, we got around. Special delivery? No, I have not landed that once, I don't think. There you go. Got grabbed. We're making our way through the balls. All right. No. Yo, is there... I don't think there's a leaderboard for this, right? There should be. There needs to be a leaderboard for this, guys. Dang it. Dang it. Okay. I can zone him out. Oh, there is a leaderboard on Steam? Fantastic. Okay, good. Step forward block. Neutral B. Step forward block. Neutral B. All right. I'm starting to figure it out a little bit. Step forward block. No punish. You have to go through the community hub and then view stats. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, right? Nothing in game, sadly. I would love to see some more in game. That would be amazing. Oh no. I got jumped in on. Oh, boo. Yeah, step forward block, neutral it. Oh, no. I probably would have traded if I went forward B against the fireball. Man, I am... Always with the dragon punch. Stupid Volcano. Walk forward block. Keep away. Okay. That's better. Let me try this. Move in. There we go. Another counter hit. Okay. Now forward B. Now move back in. Now forward B. Back and block. Forward B. All right. Back and block. Punish. We're starting. We just gotta talk it out, guys. We just gotta talk it out. Close the gap. Use the range. I'm negative, so back off. Use the range. All right. We're gonna get chipped out a little, but that's fine. No punish. Oh, we got fireballed. Oh, I'm losing it. That's not death. Neutral B? Yeah, punish. Okay. Because he couldn't DP. He could have fireballed me, but... fucking stupid. Yo, seriously. Grav, what is your record? I'm curious. Go to the boards. You're like on the top, aren't you? Oh, I'm getting bodied though. Alright, hang on. I don't know how good I actually am with Big Billy anymore, but I've gotta try. Alright. Oh, right. Isn't neutral throw? No, it's just the one. No, I wanted... Dang it. There you go. Big Billy Buster. Don't grab the grappler. The balls on this man. Cannot believe Paul opened with the D. Never would have guessed it. All right. Hang on. I gotta like remember. I gotta remember the Billy. There we go. Okay. There we go. We gotta use the stomp. No. Not happening, Paul. Oh no! I'm done skis. Yeah, the Shiko Slam is the GOAT. Okay, got my jump in. Oh, damn. Range. Get the knockdown. Oh no. Wake up throw. Just wake up throw. Oh, damn. Oh, wrong button. I meant to DP. I meant to grab, but whatever. Yeah, there are meaties, yeah. You get extra frame advantage on block, and their knockdown makes them slower, yeah. That's fine. That's fine. I got the low. Stomp. 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 Oh, come on. Oh, the concept is so cool. Like, and honestly, it is. I will say, it does. Mega Knockdown does suffer from the approachable game curse of, because it's so approachable and it strips away certain elements of it, which are often the variable elements of fighting games. Really good players couldn't absolutely stomp new players because they understand the interactions at a much more fundamental level, right? But Mega Knockdown, in the way it's organized, also lets you think about those things and makes those scenarios much clearer for newer players who might not otherwise see them even, right? So it ends up being an excellent way to actually teach people how to play. Yeah, can be really helpful in teaching fighting games. It absolutely can be. You only have a few seconds to lock in. Technically, both players can wait as long as they want, but once someone locks in, the timer starts. Excuse me. Yeah, which is a great... it's a great encouragement to keep the match flowing, right? Because you do still want to replicate a little bit of the panic of battle and making decisions on the fly, right? So a little bit of a time pressure goes a long way for that. The chess clock mode, that would be really cool, honestly. I do love that as an idea. There you go. Stomp at point blank. Another stomp. Jump in. Stomp. There we go. And for sure getting a copy. Rafiq, I 100% recommend it. Like, it is delightful. The community runs monthly tournaments, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, I got punished. All right, I shouldn't have tried that. Yeah, $20 tournaments, but you have to beat Stealthy. Good luck. Yeah, Rafiq, it is out on Steam. You can pick it up right there. Yeah, grappler players are ridiculous in this game. It feels so good. Like, when you get the groove as a grappler in this game, it feels so good. Dude, okay. Shinko Slam. Yo, not a problem. Happy to share. Make him eat it. Okay. Let's go. Big command grab. Stomp. Stomp. Can I get in there? Yeah, counter hit. Little combo. Going for the block. Stomp. Yeah, armor through it. It was trade, but it's armor. That's, dude, so good, right? Once again, all of these little scenarios that you need to think of as time goes on, right? As you play this game. It's like, yeah, all these elements of fighting games and like being able to very explicitly calculate those is so good. Yeah, armor stomp, delightful. Like, legitimately, like, that sequence there, right? Where the armor stomp into the knockdown, if I'm at point blank, I get the command grab. That puts me in stomp range again, right? Like, so good. So, advantage, stomp, it's the slowest. They can avoid it, that's fine. Get in for a block. Jump in? Yeah, because they try for the throw. Yeah, stomp losing to jumping attacks there, right? Like, so that's the counterplay for the grappler at that point. But there's also the risk of me going in... Oh, damn. I got got. I got got. Yeah, it's a great middle ground between chess and fighting games. It's... You're right, like, the balance of how the pace of play works and stuff like that. And there's always that comparison between chess and fighting games, so it's interesting to see different ways that can play out. Wake up DP, of course. Yeah, armor the fireball, armor that. Just gonna stomp again. See, yeah, had to move out of the way. This is the risk though, right? Like, you're happy to... Just thinking about the Paul zone, right? Where you don't regain health between rounds, and grapplers tend to use their health as a resource much more than other characters. So you end up in this situation where, like, you very quickly end up running out of health, where an evasive character wouldn't necessarily run out of health that quickly. Let's go. Close enough? Yeah, get grabbed. Stay in the corner. 2 away. Should I try jumping? Yeah, I should. Command grab. Yo, what's up, D-Hamster? Welcome. Finishing up your office hours so you can join a call in a few minutes. Nice. Yeah, do your thing. I will be here. I am trying to survive the Paul zone. I am not surviving the Paul zone. I don't think I've gotten more than 3 wins. Oh, ad block. Can I just say, friends, thank you for joining with me. Appreciate you living through the adpocalypse with me. But for real, the ad rev does help keep us in business, so thanks for dealing with it. No, well, that's it. Ultimately, nobody survives the Paul zone. Do it again. Jump throw. Damn it. Damn it. No! Man, I am not doing great.
Knockdown. Fight.
No, how did... No, no. Not like this, Paul. No! Curses. All right. Well, we are about to be joined by the amazing developer of this game here. Here, how let me we're gonna have some stuff to take a look at. So. Let me bring up our presentation. Alrighty. So, friends, I'm going to be bringing on, like I said, the developer of Mega Knockdown in just a second. I'm going to see if I don't know if they're currently available, but let me see. Let me just ping them. But yeah, I am, like I said, it's been a couple years since I have been in touch with D Hamster and that they have been working on Mega Knockdown, and this project has gone through several phases and iterations over that time, and I love the, I don't know, I love looking at the lineage of a fighting game. Where did their inspiration come from? What kind of, genre elements are they pulling from, right? We looked at Kansui Fighter, and that is a fighting game which takes some inspiration from Mortal Kombat in many ways, and tracing the lineage of how that game works back to how Mortal Kombat works, and trying to see the, where, what things they might have pulled from. It's very interesting. And so seeing this with Mega Knockdown over the years has been great because, like I said earlier on, there's this tie to tabletop games, and in a way that we don't see enough of in fighting games. There are a few notable tabletop fighting games out there, but nothing that quite operates like Mega Knockdown. So it was refreshing to see a developer take a new approach to how to handle this kind of turn-based dynamic, right? So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be excited to hear a little from D Hamster on how they got there, or how they got here. So here, I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take a little break, We're going to refresh ourselves. I'm going to splash some water in the face while D-Hamster finds his way into chat. Grab yourselves a drink. We're going to sit down for a nice little conversation with David Hamilton about Mega Knockdown in just a minute. See you soon, friends. Hello friends, how's it going? Mr. MKL here. We are hanging out, like I said, in the digital basement as we do on Mondays. Happy Niche Fighter Monday. Happy Niche Fighter Fete-iversary. It is the 2-year anniversary of the Niche Fighter Fete, when we all got together, did some amazing stuff, and helped raise some funds to support the development of Mega Knockdown. And now, like I said, we're going to be sitting down with the developer of Mega Knockdown, D-Hamster. I'm going to start up this call. Hello, how's it going? Hello, D-Hamster, how you doing? I don't quite hear you coming through. This is the traditional Discord difficulties.
Hello?
Oh, hey there. There you are. How's it going?
My mic turned off. Is it back on?
Oh yeah, it's back on now. Here, let me just check in your audio levels. Can I get you to say hi to the chat, please?
Hey chat, what's up?
Excellent. How you been doing, man?
I've been doing good. Yeah, just the semester's been going pretty good so far. Getting these updates in too on the dev side.
Absolutely. Excellent. And the sound is coming through great. Everyone can hear you. And you've got the screen share there going on?
Yeah, I can see the screen now. It's good.
Okay. Excellent. So yeah, here, I'm gonna hop over to that, and maybe let's start off. Who are you? And what are you up to? Introduce yourself.
Oh, so I'm David. I don't know. I teach college, and I'm making stuff too. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of go over like the background of how all this started.
Yeah, amazing, man. I appreciate you hopping on and walking us through it. I mean, we've had a couple chats about this kind of stuff in the past,
Yeah.
but it has been a couple years now since we've gotten a proper update here in the digital basement about Mega Knockdown. So
Yeah, it's been a little while.
all right, well, let's go over a little bit about the history of Mega Knockdown.
Okay, so this may not seem related, but I used to be like really active on Reddit. And so I was talking to these people, and it's just like so I was involved with this like kind of satirical community, and they would just make fun of Reddit. So like this image here, it's about kind of making fun of how people would be like, oh, the 90s were 20 years ago. Like, whoa, I'm so old. And now it's like even more than that. But this is like the 2010s. People were thinking of the 90s as recent, and they weren't even then. So I kind of made some friends with some folks, and they were also active on there. And this guy, Kyle, he was making like videos and stuff. And so I don't know, I kind of helped kind of collaborate with him a bit, and we also did some like kind of funny like a Facebook page and stuff like that. That was making fun of I fucking love science, basically. This like Facebook page, which was really big, so we were just doing a lot of satire stuff. And this is like, he cut together a bunch of video of like Neil deGrasse Tyson and these folks who were like, at the time the place was really like a lot of like tech bro type people, and they were like, these three people were especially like idolized by the community, like a lot. They'd always be posting, look at what Carl Sagan said and stuff like that. So we kind of made this music video, and this music actually shows up in Nick's ending. Yeah, so it's just we're doing all these kind of funny projects. And then if you go to the next slide, I was just like traveling one day, and I got this call from Kyle, and he's like, hey, do you want to help with something? And he wanted me to help write. He was making this like kind of, I'm actually not showing this here, but he was making this like kind of cartoon show. He wanted to make a cartoon, and it was about like just like making fun of like Reddit or something like that. And it had this kind of Carl Sagan character, but then it eventually kind of evolved into this like this Nick Beard character who was like kind of this is kind of before these like kind of neck beard jokes got really played out. But,
Yeah. There was a moment in time there in the 2010s
Yeah.
that was all about this kind of humor, this kind of
yeah, making fun of people who are very online or something. And so we were eventually going to make an animation like this, but then it kind of turned into a comic, just because I think we were having a hard time like doing something so ambitious. So we made like 5 or 6 of these comics, and then kind of like I think it got a little bit too hard, where I think we kind of got stuck on some things. And after this, so this is where Nick Beard guy comes from, and also where the character originally Wooly, now Nils, comes from. Fast forward a little bit. This is also the subject of this game, the RPG Maker game I made in like late 2010s. It actually was mostly finished like early 2010s, but I kind of just put it on the back burner for a while and then just released it like one day. Because that's actually when Steam Direct started, where like anybody could make their own, Steam. So I was I'll just throw up my my RPG I made for free, and it was like it's just like a funny 10-minute game, so it was based on some of the stuff that was in the animation pilot. So that was just, it wasn't really a money make. I think I did like a DLC where people could pay $1, and I think I got $100 or something from it.
Yeah.
So I got back my Steam Direct
application fee,
money
right?
The application fee.
Yeah.
So it was just a fun little project. So go ahead, slide. So somewhere in between this, after the comic, the guy who was our illustrator for the comic, he brought in his friend William, and I don't know how this started, but we like made this satirical podcast. It was mostly this guy. It was Kyle's idea. He played Marv in what's called the Mega Meme Cast, and it was this podcast. It was like a satirical podcast that kind of made fun of like. It was sort of like supposed to be cringe, sort of, where it was like we were like reviewing like memes and stuff. So yeah, the characters Marv, Lewis, Billy, and Paul are us 4 guys who were doing this podcast. And so there was this like a bunch of like ridiculous crap. These are all unlisted now, so this is it's just a really
peek behind the
overproduced-
scenes of
Yeah.
what was.
If you click over to Meme Beef, that last section, you can kind of hear the music that ended up being in some of the music.
So
from
F
there
you,
is-
Weathers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's we use that in the game.
Yo, I'm calling out.
So anyway, if you go ahead and advance a little bit, so that project maybe lasted. We were doing that for like a year, and during that towards the tail end of that, like I kind of made a card game, and there was a local design competition series, which is still going on in the area I was living in, where people were making their own board games and card games. And so I was like talking to this guy. The guy who's got the arrow under him, that's this guy Hugh, and I'm next to him to the right. And he made this game called Brigador, which is like a mech game. And so I kind of talked to him a little bit about like game design and stuff. And I went to some like event he was doing, and I met this other guy who was in charge of this like board game design thing. He was involved with that. And I was like, that sounds kind of cool. I've always liked board games and card games. I've never thought about making one, and so a little while later, I was like thinking like, oh, it'd be cool as if like you could do like a fighting game, card game. And I'd played Yomi before, but I was also like kind of like I didn't like that there wasn't spacing, and there wasn't really frame advantage, and then I didn't like that you'd always have to like draw the right cards to attack. You'd like run out. It was like all about card advantage, which I didn't give a shit about.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think I could do this a little differently. And so basically like I made this card game, and it plays a lot like the current digital game does, but it was cards. And the characters I just kind of I called it Mega Knockdown because of Mega Memecast.
Yeah.
And then I made the basic characters, like it was like a basic move set, and then the characters would have like modifiers to their stuff. So like I was like, oh, like Lewis, if you press back, he does a daily step, and so he gets extra range or something like that. And so like the specials weren't even their own cards; they were just like it was like all in the character card, all packed in there, and it was like kind of
interesting.
it eventually kind of got a little better with the design, but I kind of got stuck with it. I had a really good time playtesting it. It was really fun, and I did like a tabletop simulator version. If you could click ahead a little bit,
Oh yeah.
you can see the tabletop simulator. And it was all playable online, but it was like you had to teach people the game because it was like
Yeah, it wasn't like fully scripted in Tabletop Simulator, right?
And I couldn't like figure out like a way to get people to play this with me.
Mm-hmm.
Because people who like fighting games, they just want to play fighting games. People who like war games, they didn't really know what to do with it. And so I was like, okay, well, I'd like to have a rules enforced card game, but the problem was the systems were so unique. No card game engine like Tabletopia or whatever was like suitable for this because our turns were simultaneous and everything like that. And so I was like, I don't know what to do with it. And I was like, I had to finish my degree anyway, and a lot of life events happened over this time, and so I just didn't really do anything with the project for I'd say like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
But then go forward. In 2020, everybody's pandemic time, everyone's cooped up at home, kind of like thinking about stuff that they like didn't really like accomplish. And I was like, it'd be nice to go back to this project and work on it because like I just, I'm just at home all day and I was working, but I just didn't really feel fulfilled.
Yeah.
So the very top screenshot there, it was like the very earliest actual scene I actually made, which was just like the only thing you could do is move around the room on the right a little bit by pressing buttons.
Okay.
But that took me like 2 weeks to figure out.
Yeah.
Because I was like, well, if I can't. At first I was like, oh, there's this like Unity turn-based game thing, like a plugin I can buy and I can like put the. But I was like, oh no, this is too specialized for that even too. So I just made an empty scene in Unity. I just have to start from scratch then. So I just made an empty scene from Unity and just started like one game object at a time building the systems. And
I mean, I gotta say, like that seems pretty terrifying to me. Like, I mean, it is always the most daunting thing when you when I open up an empty project file in Premiere or After Effects, and I'm just like, and now make something. So like, what was that like for you? I mean, you had design background. Would you have a programming background?
So I'm a physics PhD, so I'm a self-taught programmer. I'm not like a specialized programmer, but I know like some languages and stuff.
Okay.
And so I didn't know C#, so I'll just figure it out. So what I did is I just started, okay, let me make a grid. Okay, I made a grid. Now I need to make them move on it. Okay, and I kind of, how do I resolve conflicts with like who moves into what square, so like just one thing at a time, because I already had the basic blueprint of how it was supposed to work from the card game. So then I just had to make it work. What was tricky though is then with the animations, then it's like, okay, wait a minute, like to wait for this animation to finish before I can do this other thing, and so I had to like start like weaving in animation events and things like that.
Yeah.
So all that stuff, just one thing at a time. And I think it wasn't until like maybe like I started it in July 2020, and then think November, December 2020, I had the really, really basic 0.01 alpha kind of like, okay, this is technically working. Like I can do a special move.
Yeah.
That's the test there is like the first special move is like the fireball. Yeah, I used the Germa. Like I didn't even know who Germa was really, besides that he like did TF2 streams in like 2007 or something. But I was like, okay, I need like some kind of royalty-free or public domain like assets because I can't draw, you know. And so I was like looking it up. I was like, maybe I've seen like funny green screen things of like Snoop Dogg or something. He's recording like himself doing stuff and green screen, and people put that in their videos. I was like, okay, well, who's done that and has done like moves and stuff? And I saw this guy Germa made like hours and hours and hours of footage, and he says this is free.
It's unbelievable what he did.
So I said, okay, I'll do that. I don't know. And so the funny thing is, people are like, whoa, I'm like, oh, I'm not really a Germa, you know, expert, but it turned into like a whole Germa like sandbox thing where I'm just like, I had like hundreds of images of this guy like in different poses, and it's just like, okay, this is him running, whatever. So that's where it was for a while, and you can see like the art. That's the art from the card game is in the background. It's like that's the background. That was the stage. It's just the wrong size, so it's half skybox, half that. So if you go forward, I got a little help from Kyle, the guy who played Marv in the memecast. He made that background that Paul has still.
Okay.
And he made a couple music tracks for me too. He hadn't really done so. Like, I was like, okay, well, I can't really like. If I'm supposed to sell this, I'm not really sure what I can do for sprites. So maybe I'll just like make it into like abstract silhouettes, like Nidhogg. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll just like do a shader on the Germas, and now they're like abstract silhouettes. You can imagine they're a different character or something. So this is what the game looked like when it. I think this was when it was. This is like in early 2022. This is, I think, when I announced the Steam page. You can see these great demonstrations, and the multiplayer was all through remote play. There wasn't like lobbies or anything, but it was fine mostly because it was like the lagginess didn't really matter that much because it was turn-based. But people were just like, oh, there's no online. And I was like, well, but I think now I'm like, yeah, there was no online, but it was functional.
At the time, you're like, no, there is.
Yeah, I was like, there is online, but there kind of wasn't. And you saw those little portraits there. I actually paid someone to like draw those. It was like, you know, I was just like, okay, well, if these are all abstract, I'll just have someone like make some concept art, and then they can imagine that they're playing that character if they see see Lewis there. That is the drawing of Carl Sagan that my friend was doing before Nick Beard, like the cartoon he wanted to do with Carl Sagan. That turned into like a forced meme that we made called Lay New Meme, Nice Meme Man. That's a whole big story. But like MM Lewis stands for May Lewis, and that was his original design was the May Man. Okay. Anyway, so you could see it was just like kind of a little bit amateur looking. All the gameplay, like besides like a lot of balance updates, is like pretty much what it is now. But it just it was just like really, I was really working with almost no assets. Like you can see, there's this one stage at this time.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can go ahead and go forward a little bit. So. Is that okay? So then, after the launch, I got a little bit of like help from there was some people were like interested in it enough to like, there was a little bit of people who were playing it even in its like early state, the FGC, and people were like, well, you plan to like add art? And I was like, no, well, not really. I don't have any money, and it wasn't making any money. I think I got like a couple $100 like that first month, and it's just like not enough to like do like a multiple $1,000 investment in art. And so you and the fraud crew folks approached me and they're like, hey, what if we like raised money for you? Would you do something? And I was like, okay, maybe I can like commission some art for trailers or something.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect that I could, do much more than that. But then to go forward, I was just having someone from the Shattered team.
Oh yeah, Team 18K.
Was like, because like Alan had wandered onto the FGC development Discord, I think. It was like, hey, I'm looking to like do game dev. And I remember talking to the Shattered folks about hey, your art style's really good. Like that's like my ideal art style would be like something like hand drawn like that. And so he remembered that I said that, I think, and told Alan to talk to me, and I talked to Alan.
Oh, nice.
I think around the same time. It just worked out, and there was also like, I should also add that like, folks like Andrea Jens are really helpful for like just helping keep everybody in the fighting dev like space kind of linked up and talking to each other.
Absolutely.
Otherwise this wouldn't have happened, right? So I talked to Alan, and he was like really in from a really early stage where I was like, whoa, actually, like this guy could be like a really solid collaborator for me, because like I think I'd been reluctant to get people in because I think there'd been people who had volunteered to do some art before for me, and I just was sort of like, well, I can't pay you, and I don't really know you, but like knowing that for one, that there was some money coming,
yeah,
and secondly, that this person just seemed really like just really in. I was like, okay, let's do this, let's work together. And so because I think with the stuff I was talking about before, like with the card game, it never really got finished because like I think I was relying on some folks to like help me with art, and they never really kind of came through. But this guy's obviously come through like crazy.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
I mean, I'm curious, what was that like for you, having to kind of, I mean, I guess like engage, like accept help from someone else, right? Like you've done so much of the work literally yourself, just you, that handing over the reins in some kind of way of your creation to another artist must have been a little bit daunting, right?
No, it's hard. It's been hard sometimes, but it's mostly been really good. But I think it's been a bit of like, it's funny because like sometimes I'd be like, oh, I don't think we should do that, and then like I'm like, oh, Alan was right. Let's do that. Like it's like 90% of the time I'm like, I'll push back, and it's like, no, actually, wait a minute, he's completely right. The wake up animation should be 20 frames, not 10 frames. That's crazy. It was 10 frames.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But I think it's just like I have a pretty strong vision of what I want, and I think he does too. And it just getting those visions like lined up is good. It's important to do. But you can see here this concept art, which Billy was already pretty much like pretty well figured out at that point, and then you can kind of see some evolution of both of Paul and Nick and Lewis there too. But yeah, I was really impressed with he did a portrait of Marv there. You see that, and I was like, whoa, like that looks amazing. I was like, that looks really good.
Yeah.
And he made this key art over the course of I think a little bit before the Fete, where I think he was doing all these concept arts like within like when we met and the 3-week period to like when the Fete was, and he just had all this art to dump and show up.
No, I remember him finishing up that key art and being like, we got it.
Yeah. And so, really impressive, really, really impressive. And so, I've been able to pay him from like the Fete money plus like revenue plus out of my own pocket, what he asked for, but he's also got some revenue share of the game too. I think we're doing 50-50.
Okay.
So whatever the game makes when it goes 1.0, we'll split that plus.
I mean, that actually,
which isn't that much, but yeah.
But I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? I mean, I was thinking about that where it's, I mean, a lot of developers have spoken about the risk of hiring on contract artists. Because sure, you can find someone you like to work with and can do great, but if you need more art at a later date, you don't know if you can get them back. If you make another character, it needs to be in the same style, right? So, I guess having kind of that, investment on the part of Alan and, from the artist perspective, kind of helps keep that continuity going forward.
Yeah, well, he's told me, he's like, I don't want it to be like a hired gun. I want to be, a collaborator, and he's been a collaborator, so that's been really good. So, yeah, it's just been really good partnership, and at this point, it's now been 2 years we've been working together, and he's earned that share that he does deserve. So here's some nice kind of progress. Some concepts over time. We got this early kind of view of the like UI and the like the top left, the kind of a preview of what the UI was going to look like, and characters with the stage and full color. And I was sort of like, well, that'd be cool if the game ever looked like that. I don't know if it's ever going to happen.
Yeah.
And now it does. But
now it really does.
I was just like, I would just really like, I don't know, like it just seems like impossible, but it's just been like everything else, just one step at a time. And then we have an early version of Sensei Bob there, that's like a drawn version of Germa that we're thinking about putting in, where it's like a Mokujin type character.
Yeah. That is adorable.
Early main menu, Alan wanted to put the Montero Dairy because it's a story thing, but I felt that gamers wouldn't understand that this isn't like a product placement, it's story. But we'll have other places to put the lore. And then on the bottom right, there's the conversation UI, which it's kind of like a comic book style thing, which at first I was happy with the JRPG style thing we were doing before, but this has been nice as well. It fits the aesthetic of the characters nicely.
Oh, absolutely.
Then so it's been a long process to get everything, because it's just been like making a whole new game practically with the amount of work, where it's just like the mechanics are all in place, but then it's like the first iterations of like the new art. I was so impressed, because it's like, whoa, like they're real characters, and they don't look like Germa, but it's funny to see how much better it looks now.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And I was saying when I was playing earlier on that there's still some of this, because the update isn't completed yet, so we still have some of this line art and the sketch art in the current build. And little vestiges of the development process. Yeah, like Noel and Marv don't have any of their new art yet, but now we got 4 out of 6, which is pretty good. It was already really impressive to have one finished character, but now we're actually in the not the next, like in that photo, but then later. I think that was my roadmap I put on that video there. And then since then, we also added for one, I should mention, I don't think I mentioned this yet, but we do have online play now. Yes, absolutely. But also it replays, things actually have hit sparks and hit stops. The balance is way better. Like all the characters are viable. And you've had a lovely community developing that has really been contributing to kind of the direction of more of the balance. Yeah, to those folks who have helped kind of shape the balance and everything like that. Find bugs, like Sente especially recently has been finding crazy numbers of bugs just through his he made a system to simulate the game state and then generate a fake replay and then play that back and see if it matches what's supposed to happen. Isn't that amazing? So he's found 20 bugs already with that. That sounds like perfectly Sente. I knew them a little bit from the Fantasy Strike community. One of the nicest people I met in the Fantasy Strike community. And also kind of a genius in that way.
Yeah, but I don't, there's also like a million other people I'd shout out.
Oh,
I'd probably
absolutely.
be here all day. But everyone, Patreon backers and all our league players, you are. I really appreciate all of you guys and girls. But it's just like it's been a community effort. It doesn't happen all at once by one person. Because I thought I knew how the game was supposed to work, and then people broke it.
Yeah.
With, smart meta decisions stuff.
That's great. We have a question from chat here, if you don't mind. Rafik wondering, what was the choice of going 2D art instead of 3D models? Is like purely an artistic choice? Was it,
Preference. I don't really care. I just really like 2D animation. I don't really like the 3D aesthetic as much.
Okay.
Also, I just don't know how to how to work with 3D really at all either, and from a dev side. So, but yeah, it's mostly just preference.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's true though. Yeah, your entire development process has been using 2D, right? So to keep that with the new art.
Like my favorite 2D game, my favorite fighting game is Xrd, which it is 3D, but it's like a 2D looking 3D, which was revolutionary at the time. Now it's like even animes are doing it, but so like a lot of things have changed. Even the HUDs completely reworked from what it was before. Before it looked kind of like Street Fighter 2 almost, really simple. You could see the Meme Man face. Now it's much more nice looking, I'd say. And so over time we gradually improved one thing at a time, one character at a time. And I think I should adjust this to say that's I think I have it open here. 1 second. 4 out of 6 characters. And then the patch came out like
2 days ago.
It came out yesterday.
There
I finished it yesterday. Yeah. So yeah, that's been really surreal to see. All the characters with 4 out of 6 having finished art.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see here that there's these new menus look really nice.
I gotta say, I really like the character select screen and the versus screen. I think those are really beautifully done.
I need to make it so the versus screen pops up a little more often. Right now it's kind of a loading screen, but it does look pretty nice, I think. We have at least we're thinking about 3 more characters at least. One of them we've announced, 2 of them we haven't. We have to maybe fix something in Nils's key art, which I won't get into, but he's got a test build that we've shared with patrons, and I'd like to maybe bring to the main. I'd like to bring Nils into the game at some level sometime this year, probably, or maybe in the winter.
Amazing.
Yeah, so maybe in a limited basis, having him available to play. He's a charge character, kind of like Guile.
You haven't done yet, right?
No, so it's I think we did it in a pretty cool way, but we'll see how it actually works out with people really playing. And for instance, his projectile curves upward, and if he has down charge, it can anti-air at some ranges. So it's sort of like how you can't necessarily jump over Guile's booms at all spacings. So it's sort of simulating that a little bit.
Nice.
And yet it's sort of like he's always charging too. So if he hasn't been walking, or if he's made contact, he's usually got charge after that.
Okay.
But if you walk forward, you lose charge. If you walk backward, you lose down charge, basically, is how it works. So it's similar. I think it's similar to how you play a real charge character, but I'd also like to maybe adjust his idle to be crouching when he's got his down charge, for instance, things like that. So yeah, a couple ideas. I still have to kind of get his Alan, I almost said Lewis for some reason. Alan, I saw Lewis on the screen there. Alan did a bunch of draft sprites for him already. So, but I just, yeah, with his revised key art and then having his draft sprites in, that'd be nice to show him off. And then, yeah, we also added some other cool stuff like you saw the tutorial pop-ups, and there's a combat log, which is really cool. Kind of explains what's going on, which I think is really helpful. Because I think there's some things that just like it helps to have tips and other things to kind of explain what's going on.
Absolutely.
And we can also queue for matches while in other modes, which is a pretty great feature, I think. So like, I know the player population isn't really high right now, so you could like wait in training mode or arcade mode or something while you queue up, which is really nice.
That's very important.
We do
for
leagues
smaller
every
player base.
Yeah, we do those leagues every month too, which is nice to kind of get people like engaged and playing every so often. So we can often find some good like balance, like refinements and other ideas from playing those league matches.
Nice.
Even
Yeah,
though it's
especially
like
when you get like month after month the same kind of roster of players getting to go back and forth with each other and refine those strategies.
Their players are really strong now. So yeah, I used to win the leagues. Now I don't really win them anymore as much, but yeah. Okay, what's next? What's the next thing?
All
Are
right.
we new era? Oh yeah, there's some nice
When
photo. There's some nice screenshots of all the new stuff. These are from, we see like the color palette switching we can do now, and the combat log, the clickable mouse controls,
Yes.
the glyphs. So I didn't finish that, but you saw the stream earlier of how it looks now.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We've seen some of the comparisons from as time has gone on. Okay, I guess before we get to the 2025 1.0 release,
Yeah.
We've got another question in chat here, just wondering what were the three hardest aspects of designing this game? When that came up, my immediate thought was, how do you balance between new players who are here for an approachable fighting game experience and experienced players? Like, that's the first thing on my list, so I'm curious to see where it is on yours.
I still haven't figured that one out. I mean, because it's really like, I think like it's the controls are easy, but I think a lot of these new features like the log and the tutorial are meant to try and help the onboarding process, because it's like most people don't understand how a fighting game works.
Yeah.
Even if you slow it down.
Yeah.
Even if it goes literally only as fast as you can go, it's still impenetrable without any kind of help. So the game's supposed to now prod you to be like, oh, have you tried blocking? It's
a whole thing.
Sensei Bob is like Clippy. You saw like when you lose, like Sensei Bob will be like, have you done the tutorial yet?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And no, I really like that. That's a really good way to, just as people are playing, give them encouragement. Honestly, I made fun of it with Grand Blue Fantasy Versus has Anime Clippy, where you have a little fairy character who gives you, don't worry, don't give up, right? But honestly, sometimes that thing actually helped me just to say, you know what, I gotta reset my brain. Like, I didn't go into training mode and try this.
So that's definitely one of the three for Rafiq. Is definitely a challenge that I'm still trying to figure out. I think what I'm doing is helping with that, but the appeal is really strong for people who already know the genre. Like at a Combo Breaker, people were able to just sit down and start playing at a reasonable level, and maybe like a minute, like if that, they just immediately start going into the races with because they know how it works. But then it's just like, I've seen streams of people who like don't know fighting games, or even if they do, some people who just don't, where it's just like, oh no, like they'll like lose once. This is like people who like get the game on keymailer and aren't engaged. They'll lose once and be like, okay, I'm done. And it's like, well, no. So that's why I even added those like post losing like tips where it's like he's like, wait a minute, don't give up.
Yeah. I mean, because that is really it. Part of fighting games is failing and trying again. It's very roguelike in that way, and I maybe there's something there about, taking some inspiration from how roguelike developers have done their onboarding to help with fighting game players. Because you need to fail to know why you failed and to know what another option might be. So that's part of the process.
Yeah. So another difficult part has been the meta aspect of like just trying to get the word out about the game. It seems like I had it figured out for a little bit, but then it just like easy after release, it really became like we really like got thrown in the back burner, I think, by a lot of people, and just sort of like didn't really, I don't know, it had a hard time reaching an audience for a little bit. But I think as we get closer to 1.0, I think we're starting to see a little more momentum now, maybe to get more players and stuff. So that's been really good. But marketing is hard. I don't really know how to do it very well. Besides like I looked at some like, resources and stuff for that, but it's still like a challenging thing. It's like its own, like it would be like a job if,
Yeah, it is. It's its own profession. So
but, I have a job, so I can't. Yeah. But in any case, it's just like, so that's been challenging. And then another thing, this is gonna sound silly, but UI, user interface, really challenging, at least because the way I was doing it at first was I was trying to just like kind of brute force it like I did everything else in the game, where it's just like custom everything. Okay. Not realizing that there was a whole Unity event system framework that just automates a lot of the things, like looking for mouse position and stuff like that. And so I'm still replacing those old menus with new ones, and there's like the only one that's like that still is the end of round menus is like legacy, but everything else is like starting to finally work like it should. So those are three big things. Maybe not the I guess the other one has just been like I'll give a bonus fourth one is just like trying to like just like all the stuff involved in like transitioning from like the photographs to like drawings, and changing over the art, and trying to doing that in a way where it's like it used to be like all the animations were on one animator, and it's still like that, but now they're on different layers where one layer is Billy, one layer is Paul, etc., etc. It's not the most performant thing. I'm gonna probably do some optimization of it later, but like there's a lot of like miscellaneous like things I needed to figure out to get that to work. Oh no, fifth bonus one, networking. It does work now, but it was definitely like that was really hard.
Yeah, no, I remember you. I remember you being very pleased when you got it up and running. So
yeah, I was pretty happy about it. Okay, as for Gamers Going Blind, I have tried to reach out to Justin Wong and Matt McMuscles repeatedly, and they've never returned my messages, so I don't know. I'd love for them to see the game as well, but I cannot so much as contact them. So yeah.
Sometimes it takes fans going and pestering. I mean that in the most loving way, right? But it's realistically like I don't know about all the games in the world, right? So when chat comes in and says, "Hey, start talking about this," I'm like, "Oh, interesting." Mostroscopy was one of those games where.
Well, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I just saw Doctor about Wooly is really great. He did. He does return my messages, and he's really cool. And he did cover the game, and he said he would do it again once it's out. So, thank you, Wooly. You're awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And folks, you've been a perennial supporter of the game yourself as well, so that's been really great as well. So it's not just the big guys who are important; it's everybody.
Oh, of course. No, and I have been happy to support it. I mean, like I love weird and interesting fighting games, and Mega Knockdown does something different, right? It's even amongst the turn-based and tabletop-inspired fighting games, it is still approaching it from a different angle, and I am all about showing that off. So,
yeah, thank you. No, I really appreciate it, obviously.
No, of course. So moving into 2025 and the 1.0 release, what are fans, what are players, what should we be expecting?
Yeah. Okay, so we'd like to finish the remaining. We have those 6 characters the game launched with in early access. We want to finish the art for those, so we have 2 more of those left to go. There are some new stages we need to put in and finish. There's some kind of placeholder ones we need to get rid of. Alan's drew some endings, some revised endings, and those are really nice. They're not quite finished yet. We might spend some time to like really get those polished up and finished, or maybe just like kind of post what we got, depending on how things go. But we want to put those new endings in, and then we got about 3 characters planned, as I was saying, in the near future. Maybe just for versus and online. Maybe I'd like to give them like some kind of arcade story. I'm not sure if I could do that yet. But maybe just having them in game, just so there's like more characters for versus. It's also possibly kind of like with that draft art if needed. 2 of them though. Well, I don't want to give it away, but yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. But we've got some ideas for. I have some ideas at least for like how they're going to play, and they might help kind of add some variety.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's interesting. I've seen Foxy Boxy Games has been doing a phased approach to their updates to Robo-O, and where they had Robo-O 3.0, and it's like, okay, here's 4 of the 15 characters, and here's now we're at 8, and then the story mode was slowly added as time goes on. So, I mean, if you're planning on having the development of Mega Knockdown being a continual, an ongoing project, then could there be room for that kind of delivery?
Yeah, so I think our initial plan is for those extra 3 characters, we probably would do like a 1.5 type update where we just add story for them. And then Alan has some ideas for like doing like a more like involved story mode thing, like with kind of more of that stuff, like more like continuing the story a little bit and making it a little more narratively driven.
Okay. Maybe get a chapter 2 for people.
That might be like a 2.0 thing though. And then, we have other characters ideas we're kind of kicking around, but of course making a character takes like months, so it's like really I can't I'm not sure. It depends on how like things go with the 1.0 release as well too, where if it's like $100 comes in from the first week, I don't know how much dev time I'm going to be able to put in after that, but we'll see. I think it's going to be, we have like a good number of wish lists and stuff too, so probably will be at least like, I don't know, like I think our current wish list count is like 2,000 and something, which isn't really that. I think we probably want to have like 7,000.
Yeah, I think that's usually the rule of
That's
thumb.
the magic number.
It's like 7K is I think the magic number. Yeah.
Yeah, we have 2,700 right now, which is definitely better than we were at. Like at launch, I think we had 600, which is not great.
Okay.
Early access launch. So we've been increasing, so that's good. But I have some marketing to do to get that number up. So, but it would help if I could, justify that's the time that I'm sinking into this project.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
right.
being able to pay a bill or something. But I really enjoy it though, so it's obviously worth it. But
I mean, it's clearly a labor of love. Like you do not get this far into a project without doing it because you love the experience or what you're making. So
yeah, no, it's been really fun and a great, at very least a great hobby. So
All right. Well, speaking of which, how can people support this project? I just dropped a link to the Steam page in chat, so
Yeah. Okay. So, obviously, buying the game helps. Leaving a review really helps too, because Steam will suggest the game to people based on if their friends have played it and reviewed it. We do our leagues every month too. If you want to, our next league starts actually tonight. Yeah, I think it starts tonight. I should probably check up on that, but it hasn't started yet, but it'll start probably tonight. And it's like a at your own pace thing where you can hop in, drop out, kind of play it whenever you're free. It doesn't have to be like at a specific time. Telling people about the game, posting about it, telling your friends, bringing it to locals. That's all really cool. And then we have a Patreon too. Patreon has been a good way to help kind of pay our expenses for this without it's only been partially, helping with that, but it's everything helps.
Everything helps.
Having
It's
a
one of those
consistent stream
aspects.
has been good. And I've been posting kind of preview concept art and stuff to there as well. So, it's really, really nice. And I really appreciate the folks who have been, lending support there. But that's kind of the main ways that I can think of. And then, just keep an eye out for 1.0 as well, because I think we're going to need a kind of a groundswell of hype.
Yeah.
To really kick that into gear. So
Yeah, I mean,
I
hey,
don't know.
there's a bunch of us folks who'd be happy to organize, maybe not another Fete, but definitely an event of sorts. We can host a tournament and get people in there and show off the game. I think that would be an amazing little celebration for when you go 1.0.
Yeah, I had a fantasy of dropping a $750 into the next Fete if the game actually made money, but that hasn't happened, and the game hasn't made that much money. So, but
In due time.
Yeah. I appreciate having me on and being able to talk about it.
Of course. No, thank you for taking the time and putting together a little presentation for us and, walking us through the history. I love getting this kind of insight into the development process and, what goes... The behind the scenes stuff in making art is always fascinating to me. So thank you for sharing a little bit of that with us.
Sure, yeah. I felt a little bit self-indulgent talking about some of the the really old stuff, but I think it's not a lot of people know all that background. So
no, absolutely.
You do.
It's a great little, especially for folks who even people in the community who are playing in your leagues might have not known some of this stuff. So no, that's super great. Before we go, we do have Gamers Going Blind saying, do you have any ideas about regarding future fighting game character archetypes? For your next planned characters. I know you said you couldn't give too much away, but
I might like to try more things with charge, possibly. There's a lot of kind of classic characters that I think aren't represented right now in the game, I'm not promising this is going to be what's going to happen next, but a claw type character or stance character cool as well. But yeah, there's a lot of archetypes, a lot of untapped potential, I think, to make different archetypes turn-based. It's just a matter of which ones we can prioritize.
yeah. Please don't put Anji in the game, whatever you do.
Oh, any other questions while I'm still here?
Yeah. If anyone in chat has any questions, let me know. Drop them in there while you can. While I have you, just, I guess I would like to know a little bit about, if you don't mind talking. Do you have any thoughts on what it takes to make this stuff sustainable? Right? Part of why we did the Niche Fighter Fete was in the hopes of making some art more sustainable. So, what are your thoughts on that as an artist making games?
I don't know. I mean, it's really because it's sort of it just seems like the amount of money that's required to do it. It's hard to see where that comes from, and it's I think I'm just not the right person to ask because this has only worked for me because it's like because it's just been like a hobby thing I can donate my time to.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, we're kind of doing kind of in hopes that it's gonna like you know, eventually maybe pay for itself. But
Yeah.
it seems like oftentimes with indie gaming, it might take a really long time. Like I think I was talking to Hugh, the guy who made Brigador, and he says, yeah, it's probably going to take a while for like, you know, this, because for him, he was losing money for years too, before eventually he's able to like actually pay his contractors and stuff. But you know, that's also not guaranteed. Like there's a lot of turmoil in that industry right now. So yeah, I'd love to also know the answer to that question.
Well, I mean, you might have hit on something. I mean, the idea of a long tail, right? I mean, this is part of the success of companies like Nintendo with their games, where it's not a 1 month splash when you launch, but it's you sell this game for years on end.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and fighting games, you look at the fighting game community and how many games have had a resurgence, you know, 15, 20, 30 years after their release that then become, you know, beloved staples of our community. So I don't know, perhaps there's something in there in investing in development in a way that, you know, encourages the long tail sales.
Yeah, I think we have to look, because it's like the games are never going to be as good like when they come out as when they've had some time to get better.
Yeah.
But it's also hard because they're, you know, the fighting game community has been really good about opening, you know, involving a lot of different, you know, not even just big games, but also like indies and old retro stuff. But I think there's, you know, some saturation happening where I think there's just like events will run like 20 different games, but there's like 200, you know, and it's hard. So I think we just need the community kind of to step up and kind of support indies like in general. I think we're seeing more of that like kind of before this like series of releases from the big publishers in 2023 where I think people were curious about indie fighting games and then they kind of stopped being at least from my own kind of point of view. But
the indies have a chance to shine when the majors aren't, you know, in their prime release phase, right?
When they get stagnant and people get tired of, you know, their, you know, but yeah, but I also don't want to be like, it's not like the community's fault that, you know, indies don't make money. I'm just saying that like it's the community's help that can kind of make a difference, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. So we got something else here from chat, from Rafiq. What is the thing that you're most proud of about the game and how it turned out?
I'm proud of a lot of it. I think the gameplay is just really excellent, and the art is now starting to look really excellent too. I think it's really I enjoy playing it a lot myself. It's like kind of the fighting game I kind of come back to the most, just, you know. But I just really think it's paced really well. There's really you know, it really captures that feeling of like, you know, being in a pressure situation or like Oki, you know, things like that. I think it does really well. So
well, that's great. That's amazing to hear. I will say, when I get knocked down by someone like Grav when I'm playing, and I can take a moment because it's turn based, and I can just, you know, really like sit there and stew in the poor decisions that I have made to lead me to being in this knockdown situation. There is nothing more horrifying. This is like, it is peak horror video game right there, right? And like in the best way, that you just, you have to hold that. But it's an interesting thing about the pacing, where like it can be so fast paced, and then you have that moment of pause, and it's just, that moment hangs in the air.
There's a question, is rank going to be best of 3? Well, currently the ranking it's sort of like it's like a point system where you get more points for winning than losing. And you kind of just get points for playing a lot. because the online's kind of organized around lobbies where you can kind of just play a lobby and then like you get points for winning. I kind of personally don't like the ranked grind as much. I might think about some kind of ranked mode, but I guess I could make it like with rematching and like first to either infinite rematch or like first to two or something.
Yeah.
I would say because the game does pace similarly to a real fighting game or a real time fighting game. It does. You can play first to three or first to two in like a few minutes. Doesn't take a super long time. But yeah, that's if I did ranked, it probably would at least allow rematching. So you could do first to two, first to three.
Amazing. Okay, but I think before we sign off, I will say I would love to see in-game leaderboards for the Paul Zone and stuff like that.
I can definitely do that. Yeah, because that's the leaderboards are there. I just have to hook up the API to do that. So that's that can definitely go on the list. That's easy.
I think that's great for. I mean, I play a lot of fighting games solo these days, honestly, and having something like that still lets me kind of engage with the wider community, I find really compelling.
Yeah.
So.
Right, yeah, and you can kind of see you can sort of check them now, but it's I understand that having it show up maybe with the next update to the end of round menus, which are kind of they're really old, they need to be updated. I can add some kind of a way to check the leaderboard or like a notification like, oh, you're now the 37th best Paul Zone player or something.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to shout out Alan, for his support and help with this project. It's been really good to collaborate with him, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Alan is fantastic and has done amazing work in this game. I actually had the pleasure of sitting down with Alan for a conversation to talk about the art of Mega Knockdown. And here, I'm going to actually add that. I'm going to throw that in the chat as well. If you all want to get some more insight from the artist perspective, you can go check it out here. But yes, big shout out.
Yeah, let's also link his ArtStation page.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can do commissions for you and stuff like that, if you want. Not I mean, to the audience, if you want to.
Art of Alan McMillan. Yeah, here we go.
T-shirt or something like that.
Yeah. If you want,
help you out.
There you go. Thank you for adding it to the chat there.
Yeah, he's a working artist. You can, if you like his art, you can have him draw something for you.
Absolutely. But all right. So, D-Hamster, David, where can people find you? And any parting words?
Let's also link the Patreon as well.
Oh yeah,
One
link
second.
it up.
I'll link it. Okay, yeah, you can find me right now on Blue Sky. That's my main thing at the moment. I still have a Twitter, but I'm really trying to kind of make the switch. But I'm either on either DHamster or megaknockdown.com profile. Is me as well. Let me also get my other one down there. And I'm also on as Mega Knockdown on YouTube. I'm also on I don't know, if you look up DHamster or Mega Knockdown, I'm on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, mostly, and I guess Blue Sky now too. So yeah, you can find me all over the place.
Awesome.
We've also got a Discord for the Mega Knockdown players as well. Hop in there and say hi.
Yeah, definitely go through, check out the Discord. Like I said, there is the game available on Steam right now. Thank you, DHamster, for joining us here today. I really appreciate it. And
yeah, thanks for having me. And of course, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I'm looking forward to the future. So I'm always excited to see what you're going to do.
I just wanted to say thanks for, doing all this. It's amazing.
Absolutely. All right, then. Well, I think that's going to be it for today, everyone. Thank you for joining me here in the Digital Basement. I appreciate it. Remember to go out there and support your indies, and whatever you do, be nice to each other, be nice to yourselves, and I will see you next time here in the Digital